Sohail Seth, Managing Partner of Council Edge. Joins us V. Krishnaswamy, Senior Sports Writer and Commentator. Atul Vasan has been backing the BCCI. I don't think, Atul, tonight maybe you have changed your position. Ajay Shirke, Treasurer of the BCCI, member of the IPL Governing Council, member of the Disciplinary Committee and President of the Maharashtra Cricket Association. 4 hats he wears. And he's back on the Newshour tonight. Thank you very much, Mr. Shirke. Saad bin Jung, former Ranjit player, is joining us from Lahore. Thank you very much, Mr. Jung. Good to have you. Arjuna Ranatunga, my first question is to you. Former captain of Sri Lanka. I'm sorry, Saad bin Jung is from Bangalore. Yes, I got that. Arjuna Ranatunga, you know, this is prolonged episode. Is it hurting just Srinivasan now, or is it hurting the entire game of cricket?
I think what my personal view is, Srinivasan should have resigned a couple of days back. He should have had the moral to take a decision, especially when his family member is involved in this matter.
Right.
He should have resigned, allow the investigations to happen, and if everything goes right, he could have come back. I think that should have been the case.
Yeah, but he's not doing that.
I know this is all about power. I think we have seen this happening in the past, and we can see it happening again.
Point taken. Ajay Shirke, what changed between yesterday and today was Sharad Pawar coming out and taking a position.
Yes, sir.
Right? How many more people will have to come out for Mr. Srinivasan to look at this whole issue in the mirror? Have you spoken to him?
No, I have not spoken to him, and I have not spoken to anybody else either, because whatever I had to say, I think I have made very clear yesterday, and I have come
be a
back
little
on
clearer.
it,
I would like you to be a little clearer, because what is Mr. Shirke, please, you know.
No, I am coming to your point, that how many more people, I have not lost sight of your question, how many more people is what you are saying.
Yes.
Now, the question here again is of Mr. Srinivasan, who has made it very clear right from day one that he is not going to resign. Now, the perception of the board, the credibility of the board and the perception in which the board is operating is taking a hit, and it is, you know, taking a hit increasingly so, and I think the time has come that we have to really now address this issue. Otherwise, all I can say is, and everybody, all of us, we would, and especially a person like me who is not really in the run or in the, I don't look at, you know, what is my future in the board or in, it doesn't matter to me at all. I think that we have to look at this issue a little more deeply, and we have to really answer this call once and for all, so that this continuous media speculation and you know, the resulting damage to the image of the board is put to rest.
No, watch it. You're coming close. Watch it. It's coming close. He's coming. Mr. Shirke is coming close.
Can I ask a question?
Make it brief.
Mr. Shirke, if I understood you well, this is Boria. If I understood you well, you are saying if Mr. Srinivasan does not see the writing on the wall, he's actually pushing you to also consider leaving this board. Am I right in understanding that?
Well, that is very, perhaps, I think, Boria, you know me personally, so you might have jumped to that conclusion.
So that's
that's an admission. No, I want Mr. Shirke.
Is that an admission?
Mr. Shirke.
Is that an admission?
Mr. Shirke, is that an admission that we are correct in assuming, Mr. Shirke? That you too, you've had enough. You've had enough with this drama.
I don't want to.
Yes.
You can call it whatever you like, but the question is that I will speak for myself, that if we don't come to an amicable situation, people like me will lose interest in such kind of things, because I think we come to this board, and all of us, and I am not speaking only for myself, there is a lot of people here who do a lot for the board, and the public perception is taking a hit, and it's just going from bad to worse, and we need to really address it, not in the interest of anybody or in the interest of the sport, but in the long term
Mr. Srinivasan, Mr. Shirke, what you are saying here today is this, and Mr. Shirke, you know, today between you and what you want to say, between what you are saying and what you want to say, with the greatest of respect to you, is a thin veil. In fact, not even a veil, I would say a transparent fishnet of diplomacy that you are putting around your words. Take away that fishnet of diplomacy, Mr. Shirke, because what you are saying, right, Sohail, you think there's a fishnet of diplomacy in what Mr. Shirke is saying, right? What's it? Sohail reads that right. Yes, Sohail. Here, Sohail says its interpretation of what you're trying to say.
Mr. Shirke, this is the time for men to be men and cowards to step aside. This is not the time for polite discourse. It is not the time for saying we are searching for an amicable solution. I respect you for reading one message right. The public, the people of India and the people of any diaspora which watch cricket are disillusioned, dismayed, disgusted with the despicable behavior of the BCCI, represented and epitomized by its president, who has lost all morality and, more importantly, the moral courage to be the president of India's most beloved sport. That is the reality. You can't read the writing on the wall. You're just being naive. Listen to what people of this country want. They want Srinivasan to step away, not step aside or step down. He must remove himself from anything to do with Indian cricket, because we have endured enough shame thanks to him. Number two, Arnab Goswami and his channel ran a campaign against a man called Pawan Kumar Bansal for the right reason. It is not in the fitness of things for people to be dragged out of their homes and shown the door. They must have the morality to walk out of the door with some admission and some remorse. Srinivasan shows none of that. The third, which is the most critical point, Mr. Shirke, is you are a custodian of a sport which is loved by Indians. You are not representing Shirke or Srinivasan or some goddamn lobby. You are representing people of India on a board that governs their most loved sport. For once, allow your conscience to reign and rule rather than purposeful diplomacy. This is not the time to join the Indian Foreign Service. This is the time to be military-like, precision surgery, and tell Srinivasan,
come on, Mr. Shirke. Okay, well, that's it. Well, that's it. You see, this is, I think that go back to the first point, stand up to be counted tonight, Mr. Shirke. Otherwise, posterity will judge you also as one of the people who came close, but did not say it. In other words, Mr. Shirke, I hate to say this, you're a decent man, but posterity will also judge that Ajay Shirke wanted to say something. But because he was in a position, he too, he too was silent. And by being silent, he too was complicit to this entire and grave error of undermining the passion of the people who follow cricket in this country. Yes, Mr. Shirke, your turn to respond. Go ahead.
Yes. Thank you, Mr. Seth. I have heard you out very patiently, and you do make certain points, and let's not write history in a haste, because this whole controversy is very young and there is a long way to go.
Young, it's been on for 9 days. For 9 days. What is the definition of a young controversy?
What is it in the realm of history? And nobody has taken conclusive positions for them to be judged.
Well, is the only question is tonight, is self-interest far more important than Indian cricket? Is ego more important? Is ego more important than Indian cricket? Is ego more important than Indian cricket? Krishna Swami wants to come in. Mr. Shirke,
I don't think.
Not Not you.
I don't think I have ever acted from a position of ego.
Not you, but your board president. Krishna Swamy has a question for you tonight. We have a top BCCI official. Lines are being opened up once again on the Newshour. Questions can be put directly to him. This is your opportunity. If you're watching the Newshour tonight, a top BCCI official will answer your questions. Krishna Swamy.
Mr. Shirke, the controversy has been raging for 11 days and Mr. Shirke calls it a controversy still young. I don't know how young it needs to be more, maybe a few more months or maybe a few more years. The cricket board's always been like an ostrich, Can't it see the writing on the wall? Maybe Shirke needs to write it there on the wall. I mean, they've just completely taken the entire cricketing community in this country and maybe the world for a ride.
I was responding.
The 60,000 people in Eden Gardens booed the gentleman.
I was responding to posterity writing.
He should have left that place.
Posterity judging me or judging the board. I was responding to Mr. Sohail Seth's comment and Mr. Arnab's statement that posterity will judge me. I said we have not taken any final steps for posterity to judge us.
Mr. Shirke, even while saying that he may not have done the right thing, you are still supporting him. The sad part is that 31 people who do vote there are giving out 23 crores to each of the state associations, gagging them with money, and then having players who don't say anything at the press conference. Then you have millions of dollars in terms of television rights. You have hundreds and thousands of dollars worth in terms of sponsorships. It is an opportunity for all the people out there, obviously, to work as honorary members, but still have access to the greatest power in what Sohail rightly called as the most beloved sport of India.
Comes from one of our viewers.
The saddest thing that can happen
question comes
is
from one of our viewers.
when you continue to do so, and when the board continues to sit quietly, not take an opinion, not even look at the entire nation, and then get on with its work as if nothing is happening. There were two different planets. One, the television channels baying for Srinivasan's blood,
and another one
showing a cricket match as if nothing had happened, with the legends not even speaking a word about it.
Taking the sentiments of Krishna Swamy forward, I'm taking a few messages I'm getting just ad hoc. One question, one viewer writes in, Atul Vasa, I'd like you to take that. How can the cricket body of India gag the person who is going to carry the Indian flag at the Champions Trophy? That's a relevant question. Atul Vasan, how much more time?
Thanks for coming to me, Arnab. Yeah, I've got you. I was just hoping that I'll get my cardboard cut out with a nodding head and just keep it here, just listening. I could have watched the program better on telly. But anyway, I mean, the question, the premise of the show was, why aren't people speaking out, the big icons and all? And I can understand that. And I'll go down memory lane. I was thinking, in my time, last 25, 30 years, I've been associated playing, there have been few instances which just, clarifies why this is happening. Players went to West Indies, from West Indies to America, they were banned, they got together, their names were written, few players were hounded out. Then when Mohinder Amarnath was dropped, 1990 tour, there was a revolt. The board created a parallel team in the night, and the players who were most vigorous in that, their names were noted. Shrikant was dropped the next tour. Then, you come to ICL, players were hounded out, their livelihood taken.
So people are scared.
Protect their product.
So people are scared.
Proactive, So that's it. So that's, anybody, yeah, of course, I mean, you can't expect. They know that how vindictive the board is. They hound the people who speak against them. Either they're given cushy posts, or they're given some assignment, and then that's taken care of.
But I'm sure you're not scared, so what is your view?
Whatever you can do.
I'm sure you're not scared, so what is your view?
My view is, no, because, I don't have any agenda. I do my own thing.
Yeah, so what's your view?
Part of me, and I've moved on to other things. The most they can do is stop my pension. But my view is, I agree with you, but I don't agree to the radical viewpoint sometimes you have, where, let's burn everything down.
No, who said let's burn everything down?
Because we
one second. Atul Vasan.
Know how things work.
Atul Vasan.
No, you say remove this, do this,
Atul Vasan. No, Atul Vasan, for God's sake, your attempt to present me as some kind of a combustible anarchist is not a good idea, because I don't use words like let's burn everything else down, and much as you want to present me as a child of rage, I'm asking very direct questions.
Not literally.
Please don't obfuscate the issue. Yes, Sohail?
Yeah.
I
just want a balanced viewpoint where
what's gentlemen, everyone in Saad bin Jung has not spoken.
Can I answer?
Boria, I'm coming to you. Sohail said coming to you. Saad bin Jung hasn't spoken. Saad bin Jung, where do you stand today? Why is everybody being so indirect?
Chaps. Yeah, just 1 second. You know, the issue is here that you really, I mean, I love the man, for heaven's sake. Just look at him. He's done to the board what the board's been doing to the world for the past so many years. And the board can't take it. You know, it's ridiculous. I mean, look at that. I forget his name, the Honorary Secretary of the Maharashtra Board.
Yeah.
It's amazing, you know. We need to understand that the politicians have no place here. I'm sorry to say this.
Well,
politicians, whatever they're saying it for some other political reason. And I have absolutely no compunction in saying that they should back off. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying the people who are part of the board. I'm saying whoever they are, they have no right. They should back off. Why don't we bring in the professionals, for heaven's sake? Why don't we make it more transparent? And why don't we make it more answerable? Bring in the professionals.
Why don't
You've got the professional cricketer. You've done away with the amateur. You've done away with the amateur. Now what? Bring in a professional cricketer. Bring in a professional CEO. And let him be answerable. Please, I mean, let's...
Come on, that's
it. Shirke will anchor Newshour. You run cricket.
One second. Sohail. Yes, Sohail. Sure. You've been wanting to come in. Why don't you? Why don't
you run cricket? Huh? Let Shirke anchor Newshour. So Newshour will be pliant.
But I love it. I can't handle the seven
and
of you.
You will kick butt.
I can't handle seven reasonable men on the program. So leave alone do anything else. You know what? So let's get serious. We've got an opportunity here. The phone lines are opening up. Arjuna
Ranatunga. Can I just answer that question?
The
question was particularly specific.
You said Ranatunga and Atul Vasan.
Let's give him a chance. Yeah.
Suhail, can I just answer the question very quickly? Arnab posed a question.
Please.
The question was from the viewer that, you know, if you've gagged the Indian captain who's going to take the Indian flag, 2 days later, in fact tonight, when they land in the UK, Australian journalists, English journalists, world journalists will ask questions. Will you gag them? Will you expose the Indian captain in front of them and then make a mockery of yourself in front of the world?
Well
said. You cannot gag them in front of them.
Well said. Sohail next. Yes, Sohail.
You won't come in front of them.
Oh, you have to. It's
Can I tell you, yesterday's press conference.
You've got to come.
One second, Boria, 1 second, please. Yeah.
Yesterday, the BCCI for over a week insulted the mind, the honesty and the courage of the Indian public. Yesterday, they made the Indian captain look like a man with feet of clay. They made him look impotent, they made him look docile, but most importantly, they made him servile to their cause of bullying, to their cause of not listening to the real voices of this country. I felt sad for MS Dhoni. I felt even sadder that our country has an Indian cricket captain who can't speak to his own people of the media corps because he is gagged by a president who refuses to see beyond his nose and beyond the coffers that his family would fill.
Arjuna Ranatunga.
That is my worry.
No, watch it. Boria, Sohail, I agree with you to some point, but I don't think many people have any sympathy for Dhoni. Dhoni chose to be quiet. Dhoni was trying to look cute out there, and everyone was telling him that if you are going to smile your way through this, you're going to have to answer the people of this country. My question to Arjuna Ranatunga is this: Mr. Ranatunga, you've been captain. Can a captain be treated like that? Can a captain be censored like that? What do you think?
Yeah, you are under the cricket board, but you should remember that you are representing 1 billion people in India.
Yeah.
You are the leader for the entire Indian nation.
That's well said.
And when you are the leader, you should know how to tackle the issues. If you can't tackle the issues, you should never come in front of media. I think he should have done this in a different manner. I'm sure that if he comes out and say, gentlemen, I'm going for a very important tournament, please let me go and play this tournament and win. I'm sure all the media guys will pull out, but the way that he was handling, I don't think he looks a professional guy. I'm sure that a lot of might have come to him from the cricket board, especially from the top. And I feel very sorry for Dhoni because I have a lot of respect for Dhoni, and I'm sure that none of the captains should go this particular.
Well, you know, I think it's a personal choice. Mr. Ranatunga, that's, you know, hats off to you. I think you put it out so clearly, and a lot of people felt personally insulted when that was going on yesterday. It wasn't about not letting Times Now ask a question. It's about gagging people. This has, however, gone on. This has gone on.
Can I say something?
No. Yes, Mr. Jung, yes. Yeah, Mr. Jung.
Something. I don't know if you look at the question of gagging. I think a lot of the boys are forgetting that when the board signed the contract with the players in 79 or 80, around then, the first sentence was gagging the players. They have not been able to speak out from the first contract that they've signed. So why are we finding fault with Dhoni? Everyone, like from Sunil Gavaskar to name it, they've all been gagged.
Can I say something to this?
Why
but you know, Arnab, add to what Saad is saying.
Yeah, Mr. Vasan. Sohail, coming back to you. Mr. Vasan.
Can I just add something? You know, I just remembered another instance, you know, Mansoor Ali Khan Pataudi. You know, he actually with so much effort tried to get the Players Association, and I was a part of it. And most of the players, senior players, you know, with the huge credibility, Rahul Dravid, Anil Kumble were part of it. And at the last minute, they dumped Tiger at the altar, and everybody just ran away, and the whole process collapsed, you know. So the board didn't even let the association being formed for the players, you know. So, you know, they've got this, you know, quality of controlling everything, and they're very overprotective about their product. But I just feel that protocols and processes are in place.
It's not their product.
Overprotective.
It's not their.
They don't want anybody to know about it.
It's not even a product. It's a passion. It's not a product. Hold on, Arnab. It's a passion. It's not a product.
But you know, let me just say
passion.
that, you know,
it's the country's only secular religion. Don't call it a product.
Do you agree?
Okay.
One thing. Can I say something? Boria, do you agree one thing? That, you know, nobody, no matter who you change, can indemnify against corruption. You know, so we should live with this fact and then work around this.
One second. One of our panelists tonight. Yeah, Krishna Swamy takes on Atul Vasan. Yes, Krishna Swamy.
Listen, I would say, how can we say we have to live with corruption? We have to keep fighting. Even if we keep losing, we still have to keep fighting. We can't indemnify against it. I agree with it, but we still have to keep fighting.
I think that's
Look at this man. Srikanth lost a job once, so now he doesn't speak. There was a time when Srikanth lost his captaincy, his place in the team, and now he's decided he will never contest against the board. He will never even face them. He will never even kind of, you know, contradict them or say anything with the board. Because he lost his captaincy once.
I want to say one thing about Srikanth. I have great respect for Mr. Srikanth. But I am told that Mr. Srikanth is going to appear on a dance reality show in the next few days. Now, if Mr. Srikanth can appear on a dance reality show, which is his right to do so, he also needs to think about whether he needs to take a position on an issue such as this. This goes beyond, you know, this is the biggest spectacle that is going on. No, the question is this, you see, Sohail, suggestiveness does not work even in movies.
He will do very well in the dance reality show. He will do very well in the dance reality show because all his life he has danced to the tune of a corrupt ruling board. He will just add that extended facet that he's picked up. On a more serious note, what Mr. Ranatunge said is so valid. We have made mice out of real men.
That's true.
We have allowed men who are icons for young people, who are role models for young people, to look shallow, hollow, and weak. This is not a country that needs this kind of brand descriptor of people. Srinivasan alone hasn't harmed the game. We have allowed people like him to run riot, to run boards such as these with an iron fist. We are discussing cricket because it's the most important sport in India. I'm sure this happens with all the hoodlums who run sports bodies in this country.
You see, no, but
that is the tragedy.
But Sohail, you know, suggestiveness does not work even in movies. Now, what's happening out here is that people are being suggestive. I'm sorry to say this, Mr. Shirke, I have great respect for you. More respect for you because you're on Newshour. I know 1,000 other BCCI officials who have personally...
If you resign on Newshour, your popularity will increase.
Come on, you don't have to take it that far.
What about me, Arnab?
I will contribute whatever you want to your channel.
No, what's it? Mr. Shirke wants to say something. Yes, Mr. Shirke.
If you allow me a minute, I would like to summarize.
Yeah.
Now, there were several things that have been mentioned and I have heard all the viewpoints. All that I would like to say is that for me, my reputation comes first. We are watching the scene evolve and I am personally very closely watching it evolve. And I will always never hesitate to take any steps that I need first to protect my integrity and my reputation and to protect what I feel will be in the long-term interest.
No,
of
no,
the
no.
board.
One second. One second.
Let there be no doubt about that.
No, no. One second.
Because
Mr.
without
Shirke,
taking anybody's side or being on anybody's side or being a diplomat or anything that you have accused me of, or even
Mr. Shirke,
people saying that hoodlums running this board. Well, that's a very sad comment to make about without knowing me or having known.
Well, that's a, that's
See, I don't want this. Why do I need this? I don't need this.
All I'm saying is,
I don't
say my integrity. Say the passion of my people. That will work better.
No, Mr.
The nation.
No, one second, please, Boria. 1 second, let everyone come in. Mr. Jung wanted to come in. Everyone in, please.
Can I ask him a question?
Who's asking the question? Mr. Jung, go ahead.
The moral fabric, Mr. Jung, if the moral fabric of the council is at stake over here, and if the boss is wrong, why don't you resign and get the rest of the governing council to resign? Why are you running after Srinivasan resigning? Why don't you all resign?
You see,
I mean, what is going on? For heaven's sake? Why do you want to be part of something which is not right? Why? I mean, is there something there? Sorry.
I just made I think I just answered that question.
No, you didn't answer the question, Mr.
Sorry,
Shirke.
I didn't get the answer, Mr. Shirke.
You didn't answer the question.
I said that I am watching the situation evolve, and I will not hesitate to take any steps that are necessary to protect the long-term interests of the board and my integrity.
Is resigning one of those options? Is resigning one of those options?
Can I?
No, I need not discuss what those steps are on a TV show. Okay.
I appreciate that. My right to ask you a question, your right to say I don't need to answer it right now. I think Atul Vasan wants to come into the debate. Yes, Atul.
Because otherwise you may.
I think just generally, I'm totally in agreement with Mr. Shirke where. Please, I'm totally against, using strong words when I say burn it down. This is exactly what I meant, hoodlums and all that. This is not the way, because there are nice people with credibility in the board as well. But the whole, institution is taking a hit. I think this culture of fear and gratification has to change. And then you will see the players coming to the fore.
Atul.
You're guilty by association. My point is that, this fear, our main issue is why aren't the players coming forward?
A question to you.
Am I right when I say that we are feeling that why aren't more voices? The people who remember the icons are not, associating themselves with this thing now, because people would like to hear them. And why is happening? Because the culture of gratification, of hounding people out, of taking revenge, that has to go. And that is, I think, there are some good people in the board who can do that. And over a period of time.
But I just want to. I know one.
Can I just ask?
1 second. Can I get a couple of questions to Mr. Shirke with your permission, Boria, and with the permission of all our panelists? I want to ask a couple of questions to Mr. Shirke. I don't want this moment where I feel personally that Mr. Shirke, you need not feel hurt because you've come on Newshour. You are on the Newshour out of your choice, and I am saying this to you, Mr. Shirke, I respect you for it. I respect you for coming on the Newshour. I would have respected Srinivasan more if he had come on the Newshour and taken my questions with the same courage that you have reflected. I just feel, Mr. Shirke, you are not sharing with me and the viewers the predicament that is on your mind. You are one of the biggest names in the BCCI. You are not sharing.
Well, I don't want to take credit for being the biggest name, but I am facing a lot of turmoil, and I am personally facing a lot of concerns, and I am a very conscientious fellow, and I really don't care about my position or what my future in the board is. And as I said, I am watching the evolving situation, and I will not hesitate to take any steps that are necessary. I have made that very, very clear.
Mr. Shirke, what is the predicament?
But that doesn't mean that the rest of the board has to agree with me.
No. One second. This is me asking you. No. This is me asking for what.
The board as a whole may decide whatever.
What is your predicament?
No, that the credibility of the board is hit.
Because Srinivasan is not resigning?
Is hit to the extent that people are taking the liberty of calling any people hoodlums. And I mean, why do I need this? I don't need this. As I mentioned to you on my private conversation with you, I am much happier doing something else than doing a thankless job and being called a hoodlum.
No, first of all,
very honest and very good effort to run my treasury as in the best possible way that I ever can.
First of all, Mr. Shirke, I don't think anyone called you a hoodlum. I don't believe in any broad generalizations. I am asking simply you.
Well, they referred to people running generally. They didn't specifically call.
I think a lot of the responses, because like Sohail said that. No, but I'm sure you'll respond that a lot of the responses today are simply responses of anger. They're responses of anger because of what Srinivasan is doing. I
appreciate that, and I do accept that they are venting out an anger, and that is what concerns me, Arnab. That is what concerns me.
Can I ask a question?
Now,
Can I ask a question to Mr. Shirke? One question to Mr. Shirke.
I need to ask him something.
May I ask a question to Mr. Shirke?
Mr. Jung wants to come in. I have 5 more minutes. Briefly, Boria, and then Mr. Jung.
Mr. Shirke, you are in a position of power. What you've said sums it up quite nicely. But don't you feel the powerless ordinary cricket fan who is sitting there, who spent his money watching the IPL, is looking up to you today on Newshour and asking you this question? Ajay Shirke is suffering. I am suffering as well, the cricket fan is suffering, but what will happen? Will something happen? Will you make it happen? Will you all make it happen in the board?
I think that question has been put to him, I think, a couple of times.
I am a great believer. I am a great believer in good. I am a great believer in good, and I think people have to continue working with their own principles. I think
I got your point. Now, Boria, you asked your question. I think you got the answer there. Mr. Shirke, I got the. I don't want to stretch a point. Mr. Jung is coming in. Diana Adalji has represented Indian cricket for a long time on the field. She's on the phone line right now. Let's get others a chance. Yes, Diana, what would you like to say? And would you like to say something to Mr. Shirke himself or to the BCCI through Mr. Shirke?
Yes, Arnab, thank you very much for having me. I've been listening to Mr. Shirke for a long time. I appreciate his concern, but he must realize that just getting upset with people calling him names, it's not only him. It is people, us also, who are former cricketers, who have played for this country for 20 years. And I am really upset with what is happening. I know women cricketers have been taken for a rough ride by Mr. Srinivasan, and we have been trying our level best to get women's cricket recognized in BCCI, but it is not getting recognized because of this one gentleman. And now I think the men cricketers are facing the same flag. I think it is high time this man resigns because the board is now in deep turmoil. I have been speaking to a number of people. I know what is happening inside the board too. And I am really upset because cricket is a lovely game. Whether the men play it, you all call it the gentleman's game, but the ladies are also playing it. And please, this is the time for cleaning up. Let us, before the monsoons come, so that the dust can be settled completely, we must. I'm happy that the Delhi police and the Bombay police and the Chennai police, whichever police forces have come in, because this problem would never have been solved by BCCI if it was on their.
I think your point is taken, Mr. Diana Adalji. One second. Couple of points here. Krishna Swami wants to come in. Mr. Jung, coming to you. Sohail, I'm just coming back to you. You see, I think writing is on the wall. Mr. Shirke also has realized that you can push it up to a point, but he's not the villain here. So, Krishna Swami, accepting that point, Krishna Swami, your quick point here. How do you see this ending?
Absolutely, I accept it. I totally appreciate Mr. Ajay Shirke coming onto the media, talking to the media, taking the questions. Absolutely. I think he's probably the bravest of the 31 guys who go in for a vote inside that room.
Absolutely.
Hats off to you, Mr. Shirke. It is not a personal comment. It is a comment that Indian cricket, Indian cricket needs to be clean. And I think you got a chance, you've got an opportunity, you've got something in your hand that you can actually change things with. You could probably do a service which many of the cricketing officials have not been able to do for so long. You are a perturbed man, you've admitted. You are a man with conscience, you've admitted. We agree with you. But even if you can't do it on a channel, at least can you get people around you to collect together and see that the Cleaning Up Act can at least begin now. Yeah. You have to get this man out. You have to start cleaning cricket. There is far too much riding on it in terms of money, in terms of emotion, in terms of what we all love. Please.
But last word to Sohail, as I come to your question is, Srinivasan tries to hide behind semantics. I don't think I don't think everybody in Indian cricket can. Yes, Sohail, closing comments on this. And yeah, and
Mr. Shirke,
go ahead.
I'll leave you with one thought. Sometimes the darkness of a forest can be eliminated by the weakest flicker of a candle. You are that candle. You are that hope given by what you've just said on the program. It only takes one human being to step out and show the way. Show the way. Because this time, and there will be no other time like this, you will do two great services to the country. You will restore the faith of India in cricket, but more importantly, you will restore the faith of every Indian in decency. Take this up, and I promise you, every right-minded Indian, like we all are, will be there to support you and to validate the human nature of your being.
I just want one follow-up on this, Mr. Shirke. If you were in Srinivasan's position, would you resign?
Excellent question.
Well, this question has been asked to me, and the simple answer is that if, in looking at the interests of the board, I would definitely consider the option of staying away from an inquiry had I been in that position.
Not staying away from an inquiry. Resign.
Resign.
Step aside.
I mean,
not from the inquiry. Step aside as BCCI president.
Stepping down till the process.
Stepping down as BCCI president till the process is over. Stepping down as BCCI president till the process is over. Well, a lot of claps coming from you. I'm telling you, Mr. Shirke.
Yes.
Here's a BCCI.
That would actually be a fitting tribute to Mr. Srinivasan's contribution to cricket, because one cannot undermine that. He has done a lot, and he clearly would come out a winner in that, and I think that would be the best thing that would have happened.
Well, you've said it there. You've said it there, Mr. Shirke, and I think Atul Wasan. I mean, there's a round of applause going for you. And I don't know in how many hearts and how many homes across this country this round of applause. Even Atul Wasan, who has accused me of trying to set everything on fire, is giving you a salute tonight on camera. Mr. Shirke, I don't know. Maybe one day you will look back upon this interview and you will say that this is a great contribution that you've made. It's difficult to stick your neck out. This country wants people who stick their neck out. Sohail, you want the last word. You want the last word. 10 seconds to you, and then we wrap this up. Yes.
Not mine.
Not yours.
Salman Khan's father, Salim Saab, once said, he says, आदमी चट्टानों की ऊंचाई से गिर के अपने आप को संभाल सकता है, पर अपनी आंखों में गिर के कभी नहीं संभल सकता. Which means I can fall from the highest mountains and I can regain my balance. But if I fall in my own esteem, I never will.
Well,
I hope these words resonate with some men and women who run cricket in India.
I hope they do. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for joining me.
We have hope.
We do. Yes, Boria, we do. Thank you for joining me on the Newshour Debate. To all my panelists, thank you very much.